Daily military reports reported. The M240 is bulkier and heavier than contemporary machine guns. However, it proved to be a very reliable weapon. Several sources report that the MAG is the most reliable machine gun in the world. For example, during testing in the 1990s, it was able to fire an astonishing 26,000 rounds between failures. This reliability was further confirmed in a 2013 torture test of the M240B, after which there was no loss of accuracy, despite the weapon firing a total of 15,000 rounds at its cyclical rate of fire. By the end of that 2013 test, it had fired more than 32,000 rounds without ill effect. The barrel is rated for 800 rounds fired before replacement, but the M240 has frequently exceeded this requirement. According to some sources, this weapon have been able to fire 8,000 rounds out of individual barrels before requiring a replacement, even when the barrels were heated until they glowed red hot. Barrels with advanced lining materials have even longer life ratings, with stellite lined barrels claimed to last for 15,000 rounds. This weapon has quick change barrels. A carrying handle is attached directly to the top of the barrel. It allows the crew to quickly remove an expended barrel while it is still hot, with no need for insulated gloves to handle it. The M240 has composite buttstock, foregrip and pistol grip. Early versions of the original FN MAG had wooden furniture, while newer models also employ composite materials. The folding bipod is standard equipment, allowing the M240 to be fired from a stable position while resting on the ground or a raised object, such as a wall or a boulder. The sight is a folding leaf type, with an aperture and notch in the rear, and a simple blade in the front. The rear sight is adjustable for sighting range, from 200 meters to 800 meters. Newer variants have a Picatinny-type scope rail and accept optics. Maximum effective range of the M240 is 800 meters when fired from a bipod and 1,100 meters when fired from a tripod. Throughout the years, the US M240 machine guns have been improved and upgraded by installing various upgrade kits. M240B is an improved version, used by some US Army units. It is the standard infantry general-purpose machine gun, used by the US Marine Corps, M60E4. It is also used by the US Navy, Mk.43. This weapon has a hydraulic buffer system, which reduces the felt recoil. The M60 machine gun. This weapon has only one gas cylinder, reducing the fire rate to 650 to 750 rounds per minute. This feature reduces the stress on the mechanism and increases service life of the weapon. A side effect is that the M240B will not fire when extremely fast. Currently in the US Army service, the M240B is being replaced by a lighter M240L. M240G was developed for the US Marine Corps. It is a version of the M240E1, designed for coaxial use on tanks and armored vehicles. It is also used on vehicle pintle mounts. The M240G has 3 gas settings. It allows the machine gun to be fired between 650 and 950 rounds per minute. This feature allows the shooter to adjust the gas bleed of the action and continue firing when the weapon is very fouled from sustained shooting. It has a Picatinny-type rail system. This weapon can be modified for ground use by installing a special kit. The US Marine Corps converted a large number of older M240 and M240E1 machine guns to the M240G standard. The M240 was adopted as the US Army's standard vehicle machine gun in 1977. The Marine Corps also adopted the M240 and M240E1 for use on vehicles like the LAV-25. It then went on to replace many older types of vehicle machine guns in the 1980s. US Navy SEALs continued to use the CAR-60 M60E3 version of the M60 machine gun due to its lighter weight and slower rate of fire, which allows a more effective duration of fire with allowable levels of ammunition carried. The M240 proved popular enough that it was adapted by the infantry later on as the M240G and M240B. The USMC adopted the M240G for this role in 1991, where it not only replaced the original M60s used by the Marine Corps infantry, but also the upgraded M60E3 that the Marines had started using in the 1980s. In the late 1990s, the Army adopted the M240B for the infantry role. They had considered the M60E4, which, though lighter and cheaper, did not offer commonality with the vehicle-borne M240, other FN mag users within NATO, or the USMC. The M240 has been used by the United States Armed Forces since the late 1970s. It is used extensively by infantry, most often in rifle companies, as well as on ground vehicles, watercraft and aircraft. Though it is heavier than some comparable weapons, it is highly regarded for reliability, and its standardization among NATO members is a major advantage. All variants are fed from disintegrating belts and are capable of firing most types of 7.62mm NATO ammunition. M240 variants can be converted to use non-disintegrating belts. There are significant differences in weight and some features among some versions which restrict interchangeability of parts. The M240s used by the US military are currently manufactured by FN America, the American subsidiary of the Belgian company FN Herstal. Manufactured by Fabrique Nationale Herstal, the FN mag was chosen by the US military for different roles after large worldwide searches and competitions. The mag is a belt-fed, gas-operated, air-cooled, crew-served, fixed headspace general-purpose machine gun. Its versatility is demonstrated by its ability to be fired effectively from its integral bipod, mounted on a tripod, on ground vehicles, watercraft and aircraft. The M240 is a US-built version of the Belgian FN mag, that is one of the most widespread and effective general-purpose machine guns, GPMGs, in the world. Since its introduction in 1957, the FN mag has dominated the market for Western Bloc machine guns. It was proposed for the US military. However, it was originally rejected in favor of the US-made M60. Ironically, 2 decades after the M60 was adopted, it was replaced by a US-built version of the mag, designated as the M240. It was adopted by the US Army in 1977 and replaced the M73 and M219 machine guns. The M240 has also been adopted by the US Navy, Marine Corps and Coast Guard. It is also used by the Spanish Army. This weapon is manufactured in the USA by a local division of the Fabrique Nationale.